Memorials commemorate the past. Whether it's a person or event, positive or painful, they serve as a reminder of our history. But born in the heart of Chicago's Cultural Center is a living memorial, embodying a crisis the United States faces today: gun violence. 4 glass houses hold the belongings of victims who died by gun violence. Each house made up of 700 bricks for the 700 Americans killed by guns every week on average, according to Everytown for Gun Safety. The Gun Violence Memorial Project
is the beginning. This is not a finished memorial. This is unlike.
Michael Murphy is the founding principal and executive director of Mass Design Group. Murphy and his team designed several memorials, including the National Memorial for Peace and Justice, America's first memorial acknowledging the victims of racial terror lynchings. This is where 2 moms from Chicago asked Murphy to honor their children.
So Terrell's my oldest son, and he was jolly. He loved life. He loved living. He was always in the front. He was in a lot of plays. He played football. He played basketball. So he was always doing something, pleasing his mom and pleasing himself.
Pam Bosley lost her son, Terrell Bosley, to gun violence in 2006. Her last phone call with him was on the day he died. She said she warned him about a shooting that day.
And he was like, "Ma, you always worry. I'm at church. You always worry when I be home." And that was my last conversation I had. He was telling me, "Don't be worried. He'll be home." And the next call I got was his girlfriend telling us that he had got shot at the church. And it's still in my heart. I thought that he was gonna make it, but they say he stumbled back into the church, and the place he loved, he died. So, yeah. So that's my son.
Bosley shared this story and photos of her son with Murphy, along with another mom, Annette Nance-Holt, who shared the loss of her son, Blair.
Like 6 months after that conversation, he actually called us to say he wanted to do something in Chicago, and that's when he started talking about the bricks and putting our children's artifacts in the bricks in the houses.
Bosley and Holt are the co-founders of Purpose Over Pain, a Chicago organization working to prevent gun violence. The organization partnered with the Mass Group for the memorial.
I did very little. Jody Williams, who you got to speak.
Jody Williams managed the project.
I will not breathe until these moms and these family members arrive tomorrow. When they say it's good, then it's good.
She meticulously curated every donated item, and her team faced an immense challenge.
We were going to have to be able to capture the enormity of the issue, be able to relay and help someone understand these statistics, while also being sure that you walked away fully understanding the individual narrative. And we had to figure out a way to do both.
The AIDS Memorial Quilt, displayed in 1987, was a helpful starting point. In that project, an activist asked families of victims of the AIDS epidemic to contribute a quilt square.
That covered the entire National Mall.
Wow.
This changes lives. This changed policy.
This inspired the donations. Partners also collaborated to include audio and visual interviews from those who donated, highlighting how gun violence rears its ugly head in many forms.
My brother Junior killed himself by suicide by gun.
He was shot and killed at the Pulse shooting in Orlando on June 12, 2016.
The father of her children shot her and then shot himself.
It wasn't just Black lives, because I know we're losing a lot of our Black children. But in that house, it's different races. So we all under one umbrella, and we feel like all of our angels, as the parents come in and out, we feel like our angels are together.
I love the exhibit, but I hate that my son has to be a part of this.
I feel so complete. I am complete.
Both Williams and Bosley say the exhibit is meant to change the cultural narrative around gun violence. And culture can change policy by, as Murphy said, connecting to the human dignity of those lost.